Hey there, you filthy animals. Mr. Dirty, back another episode of the GTM show, and today we've got Burger King back on the show again. Probably haven't had BK on the show in a better part of a year. I don't even remember even what the last thing was that we did from them. It might have been the Whopper hot dog, something like that. Got real tired of doing different versions of chicken fries. It all just seemed to taste the same. I think they even got a new version on the menu now that's a pretzel battered one. Big deal. Today, we're going to be checking out a new version of their BK King, which I guess is like their answer to the Big Mac over there at McDonald's, because they've got like some kind of special sauce that they usually put on these things. Like I say, they keep bringing out new versions of this. Usually it's like a sourdough this, sourdough that, but nothing showstopper, nothing that would make us run down there and pick it up for the show. It's usually like, oh, we've added a different kind of bacon, or we've thrown a different kind of sauce on there. This time around, they've actually gone out of their way. They partnered with Budweiser, and they're bringing us out some sort of a Brewhouse burger. If we can just pull up their menu real quick, we'll get a description of what we're about to look at today. All right, here we go. Today we're going to be checking out the American Brewhouse King. Flame grilled to perfection, it says. The American Brewhouse King sandwich features 2 flame grilled beef patties totaling more than a half pound of beef, topped with thick cut bacon, crispy onions, tavern sauce. I think that's where the Budweiser comes in. American cheese and creamy mayonnaise, all on our sesame seed bun. And I got it with the sesame seed bun, even though I'm not personally supposed to be having a whole lot of seeds going through me. Got it right here in the bag. As you can see from the ticket right there, I did get this as a combo. It did come with fries and a medium drink. This ran somewhere around like 10 bucks, just under 10 bucks. It was like 9 and change. Not really a big fan of BK's fries whatsoever. I prefer their onion rings, but I forgot to ask them for a substitute on this one. But yeah, there those are. Burger King French fries. Ticket said Coke. I guess that's just like a default thing. But in here I did get some Flash and Punch, the high C. Alright, and boom, there you go. The American Brewhouse King in this wrapper right here. This is very big. You can see by like the size of my hand. Man, this thing is a monster right here. Let's crack this open and get a better look. No idea what the weight and the calories is on this, but yeah, definitely a beast. Very hefty. It looks like 2 Whoppers stacked on each other. Alright, and boom, there you go. Out of the wrapper. We see our double patties. We see our double slices of cheese also going on. Under the hood, man, they got the lettuce on there. Wasn't a fan of that. I didn't know there was going to be lettuce on there, but there that is. The tomatoes. Somewhere on there is those 3 half-cut pieces of bacon. Somewhere in there. Boom. There they are, hiding under there. You can see them under the tomatoes. Not looking too shabby. It's definitely huge. Alright, I am going to cut this thing in half. I find that for getting cross-sections on these, a bread knife usually works best. In the old days, I would just go through it with like a butcher knife or something, but we'd always like squash down the middle. We didn't get a good cross-section. It was always like pinchy looking. Started using the bread knife, and boom, there you go. There's an excellent looking cross-section right there. You can see our layers. You can see all the tomatoes, the 2 patties, the cheese, everything right there. All right, looking pretty good. I'm ready to go in on this. So down the hatch with Burger King's new, I'm sure limited edition, American Brewhouse King. Oh yeah, I was skeptical, but you can taste it. Even going in for your first bite, your sinuses, the nasal passages fill up with like a staliness of stale beer. And yeah, as soon as you get into the chew, you start to get like the surliness. Yeah, a couple more snaps in, and it definitely has a prominent like beer cheese flavor. Plus you also get the Burger King flame broiled taste going on too with the meat. That's always nice. Tomatoes are nice and fresh. The lettuce and the mayo, sloppy and abundant as usual. I'm not going to let that affect the rating one bit, because no matter how sloppy and abundant that is, it's not like overbearing, overpowering, overriding any of the beef flavor or any of that tavern cheese flavor. The only thing the lettuce and the mayo seems to be adding to this is just making it kind of sloppy and hard to handle. The bacon on here is crispy, cooked thorough. I don't see any like real fatty, like gristly bits, like real wiggly and undercooked kind of bacon. Now, tonight the bacon, it's cooked, it's crispy, it's perfect in my opinion. What they call crispy onions, you can taste those. They taste like the French fried onions, like the kind of French fried onions that you'd put on top of, say, like a green bean casserole. That adds like a little nice zestiness to it also. Personally, I can't say anything bad about this one at all. Some of you might have like a preference where you don't like the flavor of the beer and the cheese, or just a little bit too surly for you, something like that. But yeah, I dig it. I'm going to give this a solid 5 out of 5. So once again, there it is, the American Brewhouse King from Burger King. All right, run out, pick it up, give it a try. I'm Mr. Dirty. This is the GTM Show. Don't forget you can buy Knucklehead shirts and hoodies down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. As always, get out of here. Go have a rotten day.